It wasn't really necessary to specify event day as a startup object. From now on, every time we press F5, this dashboard will be compiled. For example, if we want to use indistinctly one section with the web part and another section with the smart devices part, we may want to avoid adding and removing the startup object every time. What we can do in this case is simply right-click and select Run over the main smart device object, and compile everything that depends on that main object. It's exactly the same. Okay, let's do something to leave it ready for the next class. Among the main object properties, we also have the Android base style properties for Android, which applied that black background color to the entire application. Currently, this is not the most frequently used color for Android. A light style with only a dark action bar is more used now. So, for example, I open the dashboard and select Main Event Day. I go to the Android part and look for that property that is set as default and change it to light with dark action bar. If we now press F5, the KBN will be started and we will not notice the change. As I was saying, I wanted to show you this example. It's always more convenient to compile the Android application because the changes made at the design level will not be visible in the KBN. Now I right-click and select Run. It will compile Event Day, this dashboard. We will see this change at runtime in the emulator. And we see it's now displayed in this other way, with gray letters on a white background. This is more similar to the way in which Android applications look today. So this is the end of today's class, and we've seen the established roadmap. We saw characteristics, types of applications that can be online and offline, which must be native. We saw the conceptual model and objects underlying it. We studied the architecture of online applications. We're starting to work with the design aspects of applications. That is to say, how to achieve a user interface and user experience that is interesting to our users. Next, as we said at the beginning, we will continue with prototyping and deployment. After that, security. And lastly, offline applications.